Hey everybody, so today in this video I wanted to do a sourdough starter. This is kind of an experiment. So I've been wanting to do a sourdough starter and I keep forgetting to buy the correct flour, so we're just going to try to do an experiment and we're going to use all-purpose flour and see if that'll work. If not, we'll try again. So what we're going to use is all-purpose flour, water, and I don't know how big this jar is. I don't know. And we're going to use this jar. I do have the lid. And we're going to do that. So let me get you guys set up so you guys can see what I'm doing. And we'll follow along until I'm able to use it. So this isn't going to be just this process. I'll have you guys follow along each step or each day. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys set up. Flour. I am going to do a cut of that into the jar. I don't know if this is going to work because I follow sourdough videos and stuff. I'm in groups on YouTube and not YouTube, on Facebook, and nobody uses that I know of this flour. So I don't know if this is going to work. Hopefully it does. I'm going to scoop it in here as neat as I can, which is not very neat at all. And then I'm going to get 1 cup of water. It's on the sink. And then from what I've seen, people only use the wooden utensils. I don't know if that's the case. Okay, and I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to seal it. Put the lid on. And that is going to be day 1. We'll be back in 24 hours to feed it. So we're going to see if it works. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I will end up going to buy the flour because I really want to do sourdough breads. I've been watching a lot of recipes like pancakes, there's cookies, rolls, whatever. So I'm going to try with this sourdough, with this flour. I don't think it's going to work. Fingers crossed that it does. And we'll be back on day 2 in 24 hours. So it is day 3 with the starter. I forgot to film day 2, but it's the exact same steps as day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I already discarded half with my wooden spoon. And I used the back end because I don't have a spoon on that side. And I'm going to add, I didn't like that it looked super watery. So I'm going to, before I discarded it, it had a lot of bubbles and it had rose up quite a good amount. I need to wipe the mouth of the jar, but super bubbly, super active is what it looked like. But I didn't like that it looked super, super watery. So I'm going to do, let me take all this spoon thing out. so I don't make a mess. Okay, I'm going to do a half a cup at a time, but I'm going to end up doing a full cup. This is what I did yesterday, and it looked like the consistency was better. So I'm just going to take... I need a funnel or something, because I feel like that would be less messy. But the first half, and then the second half, so I'm going to do a full 1 cup. And then I'm going to try to do like a half a cup at first. I'm going to get the water to warm up real quick. So this is a half that I'm going to do first. Let's see what that looks like. And then if I need to, I'll add in another cup. But when you're mixing it, I've seen online that you have to like make sure you're incorporating the day 1 stuff that was actually rising. And the day 2, whatever, you didn't discard out of your first. It looks a little dry. Don't mind the faces that I make while I'm trying to do this. But it was super bubbly today, this morning, yesterday. It was really nice looking too. So that was day 3. Sorry, I missed day 2. About halfway up, a little bit more than half. And I will show you tomorrow morning what it looks like before I feed it again, which I didn't give you guys a good shot. But let's see. It looks good. And I don't, when I put the lid on, I don't put the lid on like, I don't screw it on. I just leave it sit like that, because I guess it's supposed to have air. So my oven's beeping. That's day 3. So today is day 4 of sourdough. I'm not as excited as I was yesterday. I don't think it's working. I think there's too much water. Let me show you the before. But I'm going to just keep feeding it. That it works, because I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to feed it. Oh, I have to discard it. Let me pour out half of this, and then I'll be back to feed it. Okay, so I just discarded half. And I'm going to do half cup of flour starting off. And I see it online that I'm supposed to be doing this, like weighing it out. But I'm not using the right flour either, so we're just kind of going rogue. You guys are so quiet back there now. That's the first half. I'm gonna do another half because I want it. It's super watery, which I mixed it in because I've seen that people have flour everywhere. Bless you. I've seen that people mix it in, like the watery part, and then like they just keep doing it like that. So I'm gonna do. I stirred it in, discarded the half after I stirred it, and then I did a full cup. You see how much is spilling everywhere. And then we'll do a half cup of water and stir that, and then see how it looks. Because it was way too like watery.
Three hours later.
I feel like this looks pretty good. I'm trying to make sure I mix it with what was there. But I'm questioning my sourdough starter making capabilities at this point. just want to stir it really well, scrape the sides, make sure I'm getting everything that was already in here mixed in and incorporated. And I didn't feed it at the exact time either because it's supposed to be 24 hours. So I didn't feed it at the exact time either. Okay. That's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna wipe off around here. I'm gonna put the lid on. And then we'll just see what happens because I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, I'll be back tomorrow for day 5. Hopefully something's going. It's day 6 and I'm throwing this out. I don't like it. It's not rising like it's supposed to. It doesn't look like it's supposed to. And it's because I used the bleached flour. So I don't like it. So I'm going to throw this out. I got the new flour that we have to use. Or that's what's recommended to use. And we're going to start over. And I'm just going to do the same steps that I've been doing. But with the correct flour. And I'll come back when it's day 6. And we can see. Or if I actually see it doing what it's supposed to. Then I'll come back in and show you guys what that is. What that looks like. And then we'll go from there. This is day 1 of redoing the starter. I washed out my jar. And this is the flour I'm going to be using. This is the one that I see everybody use. King Arthur's whole wheat flour. So I'm going to do the cup of flour, cup of water. I'm going to try to do it neater too because you guys see my counter was a disgusting mess. So we're going to make a funnel with some paper towel for the flour. Because I don't want to mess on my counter. I just clean them. So we're going to do a cup of this. I have a feeling I'm still going to make a mess. Not as bad. I recommend the paper towel flour trick because I spill it all over my hand. Are you laughing at me, Heather? Okay, but I'm going to do a cup of this. That's way less flour all over the counter. And like there was the one day too that I forgot to even like pour out and do the discard for that starter. I'm gonna start setting an alarm on my phone. Hopefully that will help. I'm gonna take this over to the sink, pour in a cup of water. No metal utensils. Stir that really well. But I guess you can, oh, so icing you can use this one, the whole wheat, or rye. Works good. And I think I had seen online, I can't say I wouldn't because I use bleach flour. I see that you can use all-purpose flour that hasn't been like bleached or anything. You can do that. Okay, this looks a little bit more like everybody else's. This one looks a little bit more normal. So, this is day 1 of the redo of the sourdough. And I'll be back for day 2 because I think this is going to actually work because this is what they said to do. I'm not going to put it on tight. I'm going to leave it above my dishwasher like while I'm running it just so that it stays warm because my apartment stays kind of cool. So we'll be back for day 2. I forgot to film day 2. But this already started off looking a lot better. There's like liquid at the bottom though. And from what I've seen, you just stir that in. You can't just stare the whole time. That makes me more nervous. You stir it in with it. And then I'll do the discard where I discard half. I just feel like this looks and smells better. It's a lot more bubbly. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard half of this and then I'll be back to feed it. Okay, so I discarded half. And I think it's kind of watery though, so I'm going to add less water to flour. Let's see. So I'll do a cup. I already have the cup of water, but I'm not going to put the whole thing in. I'm going to do a full cup of flour. A homemade funnel. I need to buy one, but Till then, the paper towel works. So I'm gonna do a full cup. And this is still the King Arthur whole wheat flour. Put that in there. I'm gonna pour out some of the water because I'll forget and like commit to putting the whole cup in. I don't think that's gonna be enough actually now that I poured it in. But that was like a half cup. I poured out half of it. So we mix this in, wooden spoon, the plastic spatula. Okay. I'm going to be scraping the sides once I get everything incorporated because I want to make sure that I mixed in the day. So I did feed it on day 2. I just didn't film it for some reason. I guess I was being lazy probably. So this is day 3, but you just scrape the sides and you make sure to incorporate the stuff from the previous days of what you didn't discard, because that's already like active and it just incorporates it into the new stuff that you just fed it. And it'll, this is all like me guessing because I don't know why I sounded like I'm a sourdough professional. I don't know. I was using bleached flour. So, I mean, it actually doesn't look too dry or too runny. Oh, that part did. Maybe I should have more water because that's like chunky on there. Let me scrape this off, remix it. Like what was stuck on my spatula. Make sure I get the stuff off the bottom. It looks pretty good though. I need to clean off my jar. But it looks pretty good. So I incorporated what come off the spatula. So that wasn't like a big deal. I thought it was going to be and I didn't think it would. But it all looks good. To me, we'll see because it's day 3. I've done this twice already. Well, this is the second time. So, we'll be back for day 4. Oh, well, actually, let me wipe this off because that's gross. The first time, I just let it get gross. And I didn't really take care of it too well. And I don't think that helped. But I did it because I had a feeling it wasn't going to work. So I see you put the jar on and you do like a half twist, not like all the way on. So it comes up to like right here. I'm hoping that it rises up a little bit more than it has been because it didn't really rise that great, but there was a lot of bubbles. And you can see that there's really not too many. Let me see if there's a good side of the jar that you can see where it's at. Okay. So right here, it's like down below that. It's actually right here. But there's not a whole lot of bubbles because I stirred it and mixed it together. So we'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully there's more. And that is day 3. We'll be back for day 4. Okay, day 5 of sourdough. I forgot to film yesterday when I was doing it. So this is what it looks like. It didn't get super bubbly, but I'm in a group on Facebook and it says that that's normal. It just kind of takes time. And so this is all the actual starter. And this is like a liquid on top. You can see it moving around. So I'm going, I'll show you a top view if I can. Hold on. So this is the top view of it. That liquid, I'm going to stir that liquid in. And then I'm going to discard half and start feeding. And I'm still only using the wooden utensils or like the rubber spatula things. So let me think what I'm going to use to stir. I'll use this. It's just turning out to like be super liquidy. I'm gonna ask in my group. It's like like Facebook has this new feature, like you can have a messenger chat within the group. And I'm like in a newbie's beginner sourdough thing. And I'm gonna ask why mine's so watery. Because I don't put too much water. I do more flour to water ratio, so I'm not sure what is going on. Okay, now I'm going to discard half. And I'm still using the King Arthur whole wheat flour. I think that's what it was. It's the same flour from the second beginning of the sourdough. The first beginning was bleached flour. Don't do that. I'm making my paper towel funnel. Okay, doing 1 full cup of flour. And then last night I kept it in, like people recommend to keep it in your oven with the light on. And that's what I did last night, and I didn't, because I guess it keeps it warmer if you do that, if your apartment or house or whatever is super cold. So I did that, but it was still watery and it didn't do anything. But again, it's only day 5. So, and everybody just keeps saying, be patient, be patient. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get the water. So I didn't do the full cup of water because I want to see the consistency. You guys fell. I'm really glad I cleaned the top of the fan because you guys saw that. Now it's like super, super thick because I didn't add enough water. I'm going to do the full cup and just see what happens tomorrow. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Because I haven't been adding a whole cup of water, and I do warmer water. I'm incorporating it. Sourdough is like tiring. I don't even think I've ever had sourdough bread. But like apparently I think I'm like Little House on the Prairie or something, trying to do it. I don't know. But I want to do homemade breads and bagels, English muffin. I follow, I don't know if it's like a blog or what it is. It's Boone Farm on, no, Zeus. Farmhouse on Boone's, something like that. And she has all these recipes for sourdough stuff that she does. Because she has a 6-year-old starter that she's used. And I'm like, I want to do that. So I'm just trying to be patient and get this to work. The more I've read though, rye is the easiest way to get your sourdough starter to work. Or to like get ready or whatever it's called. I don't know. And then what I'm using is the next best, which is the whole wheat. And then you can use all-purpose flour, but they say not to use bleached. And like, I guess that's like the 3rd easiest, which is not the easiest. But so I'm hoping that something happens and then something starts going on. But it's only day 5, and I've seen like starters on that page take a while. Like it would be like 10, 15, 20 days. I just really wanted to mix it good. Get the bottom mix. And hopefully it will rise, start rising. And bubbling. Because that is the signs of a good starter. So that's day 5. And we'll be back for day 6 if I remember, because apparently I've been skipping every other day. If I film me doing it one day, I apparently have to skip the next. So hopefully I'll remember to be here for day 5. No, today's day 5. Day 6. I'm back. Day 6 of sourdough making. I actually did come back the next day. So, this is what it looks like. It has that liquid on top again. No bubbles. I don't know why the stupid all-purpose bleached flour had more action going on than the flour they say to do. So I'm going to stir this in, discard half, and then do this all over again. Where's my other spatula? Ugh, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so it seems like when I stir it, there's a good amount of bubbles. It's just too watery. See how watery it is? You can just see it from the outside of the jar. Okay, I'm not putting as much water. I did the whole thing of water yesterday. I'm not, because it's too watery. And I'm just going to keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, dear. Let's prop it up. Prop. Okay. All right. So let me get this out. We can still definitely hear you guys whispering, just so you know. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to discard to like here, and then make my little paper towel funnel. One of these days I'm going to get a funnel. Oh my gosh. Should start making these and selling these. Paper towel funnels. Okay, I'm going to do a cup of the flour. I'm not doing a cup of water, because I don't like that it's so runny. This is not what they're supposed to look like at all. So, flour. Add like a half cup. All right, we're gonna fit that back in. Stir it up. Mix it with the old, you know, same process as always. When my husband edits this, I'm gonna have to have him like fast forward a lot, because these days are just dumb at this point. Super great old stuff. Okay, well, I'll use this. See how much thicker than having. I think that would be a ratio I continue to do. Because this thing is irritating now at this point. I just want to use bagels. Okay, so that's what it looks like today. I'm going to clean off this. I'm going to try to get the under this stuff that's on there as well. Okay. Spatula, 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 spatula. Scrape the sides. I just want to like super incorporate the old stuff. Okay, now we'll use this. Ugh. See, it's much thicker than it has been. So I think that might be the ratio I continue to do. Because this thing is irritating me now at this point. I just want to make English muffins and bagels. Okay, so that's what it looks like today. I'm going to clean off this, and I'm going to try to get like a paper towel to get under this stuff that's under there that looks gross. And that's what we'll do. We'll be back for day 7. It'll be a full week of the new whole wheat sourdough starter, which I'm over it. But I'm going to continue doing it because they say to be patient. So we'll be back. Day 8 of Lazarus Rising. So it looks super good. It rose up really well. It's at the very top of the jar. Super bubbly. So today I'm going to do it a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to discard half, probably, into this glass Tupperware container. And then I'm going to feed my starter, and then I'm going to feed the discard. And I'm going to use the discard tomorrow, because you have to feed it before you're going to use it. I'm going to use the discard to make something. I don't know what I'm going to make yet. Maybe a bread. I might try. I don't think I have everything for the English muffins. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to look it up. But I'm going to separate this just so I have room because it's overflowing. But it looks so beautiful. I'm so excited I can finally use it. So I'm going to do half into this little bowl. I think what helped in me not making it so watery. I think I was giving it too much water. Is that half? No, that's not half. Okay. Yeah, that's about half. Okay, so where's my little spoon thingy? Okay, I'm gonna feed the discard first because it doesn't really matter what goes first and what doesn't. I'm gonna do another full cup because I want to have a lot of discard. I want to have a lot of this. I want to make a good amount of stuff. Oh, I hope I have room. Because this is what it looks like. This is where it's at right now. I should have probably got a bigger thing. I'll just mix it in this, and if it's not enough room, I'll do it in something else. I'm still gonna do a lot of water. That's nice. I kept this shirt clean the whole time. So that was just a half a cup. We'll see how it looks. Oh, it's gonna be too dry. For sure too dry. Let me get more. Oh, this bowl is a little too small now. Do I have another? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna have to scrape this. I definitely should have done this in a different bowl. Maybe it'll fit in this plastic one for now, just to mix.
I love you, Katie.
I love you too. I'm filming though.
That's fine.
I might just use this, like, store it for the night. Because that was not big enough to mix. Oof. Just needs a little bit more water still. Zeus! I don't know where you guys think you were going. Zeus, it's literally me making the noise. He thinks someone's knocking. A little bit more water because it seems a little too dry still. Try to be careful so the phone don't fall again. So, okay. There's some flour left in the little glass bowl. Get that out. Just the flour that's dry. I'm not too worried about like getting the discard. Okay. Mix that up. I'm gonna put it back into the glass jar. Hopefully. Okay, yeah. Looks like a peanut butter snack. Okay, that's what this looks like. I'll place the lid on it. I'm not going to seal it. I'm just going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to put this in the oven as well, like I do with my actual starter. I'm going to mix this. It looks so beautiful. This is day 8. Yeah, day 8. I'm pretty sure it's good to use. I didn't look into it. I probably should do that before I bake with it. Make my funnel. We all know the routine. Oy. Yeah, I posted the names that I wanted to do on Facebook, and everybody agreed that Lazarus, he rose from the bread, was the best one. But Dolene was a close second. Dolene. My funnel. If you didn't know, guys, I am a professional. I'm just pouring. I have more of this flour, but it didn't fit in this container. Ooh, so much for the funnel. It went everywhere on my stove, as you can see. Okay. So, flour. And then, let me get some water. I did it like this, so I don't like deplete this. This probably isn't the right way to do it, but that's just how I want to do it. Because I don't want this to get too low. Because I plan on using this quite a bit. Because we go through a lot of bread products, and I just want it to be one less thing I have to buy, I guess. At the store, prices are rising. Prices are up. And I have 2 teenagers that eat everything. So, if I could do this, I will. So I'm just going to try, like, to get a method, I guess, of, like, doing the discard, like, before I do, like, a day that I'm gonna, like, set aside to bake and to make the stuff that I'm going to. English muffins are a priority because my kids and my husband really like those for breakfast. Sandwiches, bagels are a priority because, well, they're not a priority, but those are my favorite, and my daughter really likes bagels as well. Jeez Louise. We gotta work this thing out, guys. And then I want to do just regular bread, regular sourdough bread. I want to do pretzels. Well, the bread is a priority because we go through probably a loaf, probably 2-3 loaves in a week. My kids eat a lot of peanut butter and jellies. That's all they want to eat. And I want, we eat, my kids and my husband like toast in the morning as well. They don't do the English muffins. But we like bread. So I feel like homemade will be better. That's clean. I'm going to use this to get it off the sides. I'm gonna have to wipe my jar down because it looks gross again every day. I want to get, so that I had mentioned earlier in one of the earlier days about I think it's Boone on Farm. I really don't know for sure. I have it on my phone. I don't know where my phone is. But she does a lot of sourdough baking, and she has like a huge glass jar with a seal lid. Not a seal lid. It looks like a cookie jar, but it's like this size. And I want to get one of those, so I wouldn't have to do it like this and like separate it like I am, because I just don't want it to deplete like a lot. So that's what I want to end up doing. It is to about, let me get a good clean side so you can see where it's at. Okay, so it's about right here, because I like having, I feel good about having a lot more than normal, I'm assuming. It's about right here. We'll see where it's at tomorrow morning. And then I have this. And I fed this because I want to use this tomorrow for baking, which I'm going to do in a separate video. But this is how I'm going to do. I will, for the final part of this video, which is going to be forever because this is my second starter. For the last part of this video, I'm just going to show you what it looks like tomorrow. This one, my original starter. And then I could show you what this looks like and we can see what we're going to do with it. And then that'll be the end of this video. But that's how I feel like I'm going to continue doing the baking process with it. Separating it, feeding both, using the discard. I'm assuming that's how quite a bit of people do it. But if you want to keep following along on my starter sourdough journey, follow along, subscribe, and I'll keep uploading these videos because I'm going to try to show like the recipes once I'll upload them even if they're a fail, because I'm not going to lie about whether it was a good recipe or not, or I probably messed it up. So if I find a good recipe, or if I attempt at a recipe, I will record that and upload that as well. So subscribe so you can follow along. Like this video if it was a disaster, because it was. And thanks for watching.